What's up, world? This is We Need a Fifth. This your man Mo. Got my man Hill in the building. Got my man P in the building.
Peace, what up?
Fellas, MLB playoffs. Finally to the championship series. ALCS and NLCS has been set. New York Yankees versus the Cleveland Guardians. And the New York Mets versus the LA Dodgers. First, have you guys had a chance to watch any of the games that led us to this point?
Surprisingly, yes. None on the NL side. I'll be fair.
Okay.
But the Yankees, I was fearing an ALDS collapse. But they pulled it through 3-1. Got it fixed. Judge got started.
I was just about to ask you about that. Like, hey, the storyline around Judge right now is that he hasn't been able to show up during the postseasons, any postseasons for the last 2 or 3 years. Is this a thing?
I don't know what was that thing called? Babe on, was it Babe bad or Babe bad? I'm trying to think of that little the childhood story thing. Like he was really.
Oh, Casey had
bad. Casey had bad. That's what it is. Casey had bad, babe. Casey had bad.
Is that he's Casey right now?
Big moments. One thing is he's more Casey than he is Jeter. I mean, I just want timely hits. I don't need him to knock it out the park each time. I just need it to have the quote unquote good at bats. You know what I mean? I just hate to see the bat on your shoulder, court looking.
Pete, do you think that we are more critical of Judge because he has that captaincy, just like Jeter had?
No, I think it's more because he hits 50 homers a year.
Regular season,
you know what I mean? The captaincy, I know it doesn't mean much to me personally. Like I think Jalen Brunson's the captain of the Knicks. Whatever, I don't know. But it's baseball though. Like especially as a hitter, it's a game of failures. Like if you fail 7 out of 10 times, you're a Hall of Famer because you batting 300. So that's what it is. But A-Rod went through it. Bonds went through it until he didn't. Until he got hot with San Francisco. I believe they made it to the World Series that year. So it's tough. It could just be timing. Like people go in slumps, but like you said, it's been consistent through the playoffs.
Playoff the worst times, right? Yeah.
But I don't think it has anything to do with captaincy. I just think he struggles in the playoffs.
We talk about what Stanton's been able to do in lieu of Judge.
He's been clutch. I mean, he on the other hand has changed his misfortunes. Usually during the playoffs, he goes cold.
Yeah.
So it's good to see him work his way out of it. Listen, it's a new series, and hopefully he gets to change it around.
Yankees have Juan Soto, right?
You said they still have him?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He is him.
He's been
playing all right. He hasn't set the world on fire, but I think
it's been okay.
Yeah, I think Stanton is really. It's good to see him succeed, but it's painful to see like the injuries taking its toll. Like he'll get a base hit that maybe could be a double, and he'll just stay on first because his wheels are just like going. But he's playing. That being said, he's playing well. Try to stay positive here.
For Cleveland, a lineup with Glaber, Stanton, Soto, Judge.
Man, Jazz.
Yes. This Yankees should make it to the World
Series. Okay. You predicted the Yankees?
Going back to your question, I watched every series except the Cleveland. I haven't watched a pitch of Cleveland baseball. So I'm a Yankee fan, so I'm going for the Yankees. But yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the NL. You got New York Mets versus the Dodgers. I think everybody I think the Dodgers got through a pretty tough series in the previous round with the San Diego Padres.
Too old to close it out, right?
Yeah. I think many would say they found their pitching rhythm as far as how they're going to use their bullpen and stuff like that. and make up for Kershaw's absence and stuff like that. Let me ask you.
He's not Mr. Postseason so much himself. You know what I mean? So Clayton Kershaw's.
Yeah. But let me ask you this. Shohei should be good right about now, coming off of that Tommy John. If you're LA, do you consider putting him in the rotation or even in the bullpen?
I mean,
as an option, you know?
Everything now, all chips on the table now, getting this far. So you might want to think about it. But I've been solid throughout. I want the bat, I want the defense. But if it means your season, staying alive, then it's a possibility. But if you tell me they're pitching that's turned around and they found their, then I wouldn't even tinker with it.
Yeah, same. Maybe if it was the World Series, Game 7 or something like that, yeah. But that's a very huge investment you have over there in Shohei Ohtani. So I wouldn't want to mess up the future. I mean, I don't know how many years he signed for. The next 8 to 10 years, unless I know it's definitely either I do this or I don't win the championship. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't do it in this series. Maybe the next.
Have you guys gotten to watch that other team from New York?
Remis, OMG guys.
Every now and then, man. I mean, but there's some magic that's going on in Queens. You know what I mean? They're down. Lindor with a grand slam. You know what I mean? These things are happening by coincidence that we've seen this before. You know what I mean? So something special could be. I won't be surprised if you see them.
You're referring to 86, I believe. Was that
86? Subway Series. They had got some.
I think this is some
magic.
This is a rematch of 88, right? Kirk Gibson and Earl Hershiser. So it's going to be a good series. MLB wins either way as long as the Yankees make it. You know what I mean? You either got the Subway Series or you got the Bi-Coastal Series. So.
All right. So who y'all got in LCS?
I'm gonna go for ratings. I'm gonna go Dodgers.
Okay.
Nationally.
P.
Dang, young P would be disappointed in me, man. Shout out to Al Strawberry and Dwight Gooden, but I'm going Dodgers. I said it from the beginning. I want Ohtani and Judge on that stage. So that's the reason.
Yeah, Dodgers for me too.
Watch the Mets take it in 5.
Yeah, I'll be okay with that. I'm always okay with the Subway Series.
Well, I know Ohtani does really well against the Mets. He has an outstanding average against them.
You can always pitch around him.
Yeah, he didn't have a great series either. Like, Darvish owns him. Like, he didn't have a great series against the Padres. But yeah.
Yesterday, got a lot of college football. Were there any games that you guys were looking at in particular?
We looked at the Red River rivalry. One team showed up. I looked at Colorado, and then I watched the Alabama game.
Wow.
So I didn't finish the Alabama game.
Yeah.
I only jumped out early, and then it was a game of it.
Yeah. Only 1-2.
Yeah.
Those three, and also LSU Ole Miss. Like, I was locked in all day. I saved college football, like from 12 to 1 in the morning, because Colorado had the nightcap.
Kansas State, right?
Yeah. So it was entertaining.
Ewers is that good?
Who?
Ewers.
Yeah.
Quarterback. Texas.
He is.
Oh, Ewers. Yeah. Yeah. He's
Drake
good.
May?
He's good. I don't think he's special good. He's good.
Drake May? Drake May.
Yeah. I would say Drake May. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't put him above the Ole Miss or the LSU quarterback. I think they're all on the same plane, which is good. They're good, but I just don't think he's extraordinary.
We were talking before the show started. How good is Shadeur Sanders?
Boy, we really going at this off camera. Good enough to land the starting role in Cleveland. Does that help me?
Nah.
I think everyone.
No?
From what I've seen, everyone in this room maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. I think he's good. I'm teetering on the line of good and really good.
Mm.
And I don't think you get an actual sample size of his talent due to his dad's lack of protecting his son. So, in better conditions next year, when he's worth maybe about $280 million total, I think someone will put an offensive line to see the best he could be. Who is he now? Like I said, I think he's on the lines of Caleb. Guys, a little down on Caleb, but I think strong arm, strong pocket presence. You know, he has great secondary and tertiary reads. Mm-hmm. I do agree. Outside of the pocket, it gets a little scary. Yeah. But I think he'll be conditioned to the next level. And I hate to say this, with a better position coach, not a better coach, just a better position coach, because you still have the dad element with Shadeur, and I think that sometimes clouds judgment. I would love to see actually Dion with a quarterback outside of his son and coaching. You know what I mean?
And I know you were saying it as a joke about the Cleveland team, but now that I think about it, that would probably be one of the better teams for him to go to. Because I think Cleveland football team outside of their quarterback is pretty solid. You know, it's just that their quarterback is not who he used to be. But I think their offensive line is solid enough for a quarterback of Shadeur Sanders' talent level to succeed with. You know what I mean? And whatnot. Me and P were talking about it before we got here. I feel like Shadeur is being sold that he's a dual threat quarterback, and I don't think that's the case. I think he could be a excellent pocket passer. He should, you know what I mean? He excels in the pocket and whatnot. I think all the missteps you see from Shadeur in his college career have been because he's forced out of the pocket, whether it be taking 15-yard sacks or, you know, getting untimely interceptions, you know, while you're throwing on the run. That's not his modus operandi. He needs a solid offensive line, solid protection. Give him a little time. I don't think he needs a lot, but if you set him up correctly with a proper offensive line, I think he could pick a team apart. But he has to realize, hey, I'm not Michael Vick. I'm not Lamar Jackson. I'm closer to maybe a Joe Montana, or, you know what I mean, that type of quarterback where, hey, most of my damage is going to come from the pocket, not escaping from the pocket. Yeah, I could do that from time to time, but, hey, that's not where you want me to be.
Is he better than Tyrod Taylor?
I think so.
Then he's not that bad then. Because Tyrod Taylor, he knows his way outside the pocket when the pocket collapses.
Yeah, I liken him to going modern, almost like a Geno Smith. Probably could be better than Geno.
That's good then.
Yeah, but his style. I'm just saying this. Like same thing with Joe Montana. No one's saying he's going to be Joe Montana, but his style of play, I think it's like a Geno Smith, pocket passer, but can pick up the first down with his feet, but not really known as a dual threat quarterback. So that's kind of. I think for the record, I think Shadeur is good.
Yeah.
I just think, like Mo said, he needs the right infrastructure. He needs a good offensive line, a running game to help him out, and he has to know when the play's dead.
Yeah.
He just has to.
I'm trying to think who I was just watching. That was, all right. Brock Purdy. Same thing. Yeah. A Niner fan. Love the pocket passing. Could pick up the first down. Kills Niners sometimes offensively in drives, even in the Super Bowl, and then even this year, -13, -11, reverse field gets dropped. Throw the ball away. I think that just in times with learning and coaching. But Brock, I mean, is teetering on good to really good quarterback status. So if you're putting Shadeur in that same line as Brock Purdy.
Yeah, and don't mistake me. I think he could be an excellent quarterback.
Right.
Once he realizes who he is.
I think I think he does know who he is. I think he's just trying to make a play. I don't think because the way people coin him is the way he thinks of himself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I just think that's just media putting a label on him. I think Shadeur always has the mindset of trying to make a play from high school to now. The issue with me is Dion. You know what I mean? Is Dion learning his craft. And not so much, I don't want to beat up Dion. I think it's a learning experience to where Dion might catch the light bulb in like year 4 or year 5, where he says, I have this A quarterback, this offensive line, and I'm not relying on the special talents because his son is special. He's seen him get out of those plays. It's just that athleticism has caught up from high school to college. So I think that's the difference. But that's on Shadeur also getting that language from his offensive coordinator, his quarterback's coach, and his dad. Throw it away. Hit there's a hot read. You know what I mean? Not everything has to be a big play. Everything has to be a video game. And I think that's what he's saying.
I completely agree. Like I think the worst. He has a lot of positives, but the worst part of his game is just trying to extend the play. Like you said, make your progressions. If it's not there, throw it away. The 14-yard losses, it's just drive killers.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes he'll come back and throw a 20-yarder and keep the chains moving. But yeah, I think we agree.
Yeah.
Based on Shadeur, talented quarterback, just has room to grow, but very talented quarterback. And it will depend where he goes on the next level, how successful he is, which I think you can say for any quarterback, really.
Alabama. I think their next game is against Tennessee. And Tennessee yesterday, I think they squeaked out a win versus Florida. Many people are saying that this is the potential to be a playoff knockout game. Do we think that's a reality for either one of these teams if they lose this next game?
I don't think so, because it's 12 teams. So I think a 2-loss team could get in.
I don't know.
That was a bad loss that they had, though.
Yeah, Vanderbilt.
I would feel comfortable with maybe a +8 over Tennessee. But it's still that one in the column if they can continue, and they are Bama. That's the only thing that holds weight from. I don't know about Tennessee's way. Bama still has that cachet.
I think, honestly, of the two teams, Bama is the most at risk. I think they have to win this game. If they don't win this game with a bad loss to Vanderbilt, wasn't ranked, then you had a close game against South Carolina, and if you have a second loss, I don't think you're competing for an SEC championship, so you can't get the championship. And I think they'll be outside the top 12.
I think with those, but the fanfare that those two true freshmen has garnered, I don't know if you can keep them out. If they get two losses.
You got to think, too, it's the SEC. You got Texas, Georgia, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I mean, if any team makes it in with 2 losses, I think it'll be an SEC team.
And I think it'll be Alabama.
Yeah.
I think it'll be Alabama. People want to see Williams.
We'll see how it works out because this is new. You know what I mean? But I just feel, like I said, if you have 2 losses in the SEC, it's the SEC.
Williams is becoming must-see TV.
Right. Yeah.
So, and
they want ratings still. So.
Right.
But there's better teams out there.
But not better players. But that's the whole thing. I mean, that's what you have to weigh.
Yeah, and I don't think a single player will help a 2-loss Alabama team get into.
And I do. So they have to make the championship. They have to make a decision. You don't, but I do. I think the true freshmen on defense and on offense.
For me, I think because it's the SEC and you didn't lose to a Georgia. Like, you can
beat Georgia, right?
Yeah, you beat Georgia, but you had a really bad. Like, the Vanderbilt loss is a bad loss.
It's looking better. Yeah. They're 4-2 now. They won again yesterday, so that might not. Again, we're projecting that might not be that bad of a loss. Yeah, it might not. They're 4-2.
I just don't know.
Bama has 2 already or 1? One. So
the Vanderbilt loss.
That's it.
If they lose to Tennessee, now you 2 losses. one bad, one against a Tennessee team that was, pretty steady in the top 10.
Yeah, but then there's determining factors with how the game goes. Goes down to the edge. I mean, I've seen these Bama kids everywhere, so keeping them out of bowl games just might be detrimental to the whole NCAA. It might be cutting your nose to spite your face. Who care about fairness? Should be interesting. And they got me every week.
Yeah,
I want to see what this kid could do every week.
If they lose 2 games, I don't want to see them in the playoffs.
I do.
That's what
It's like
I just don't feel. Yeah,
I still think because Boise State.
I
undefeated.
Right. I still think Alabama's better.
But to your point, as far as the SEC, I think there'll be teams that are one loss teams or no losses, because like we got to remember Texas is in the SEC, Tennessee, whatchamacallit, Ole Miss is even ranked.
I think they should get at least 3 in. At least. I'm not mad at 4.
I don't know if a 2-loss team is going to get in that top 4 of the SEC. Let me put it like that.
Okay, I mean, we'll see. I mean,
because it might not be Bama. I mean, because I think the decision will be easy if the 2-loss team is Tennessee.
Yeah.
I think the thought process with the NCAA is right now is what do we do with Alabama? I think that literally is the case. Tennessee's not an issue, and I think that's the ratings that they're watching week by week what this team is bringing in.
All right, you have a Heisman candidate. You have the tradition. Why would you not want them showcased in your first 12-game format playoff?
You have Rocket Ishmael meets Desmond Howard right now, pretty much, at a 17-year-old.
We'll see. Hey, guys, have you been watching the college football playoffs? I mean, college football. Are you excited? Huh? Are you excited for the prospect of the 12-team playoffs? Have you been watching MLB playoffs? And who do you think is going to make it to the World Series? Hit us up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button so you know when the next video is coming out. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts. And you can hit us up directly at weneedafifth@gmail.com. WNBA.
Bread and butter. That's what we do.
First,
what we do.
Wow, first game of the championship series versus the Lynx. The Lynx versus the Liberty was played, I believe, Thursday. And the Lynx was able to squeak by a victory in New York, coming back from being down, I believe, 15 or 18 at one point. And Breanna Stewart had multiple opportunities to close out the game, both in regulation and in overtime. She fell short in regulation. She missed a free throw. She made the first free throw when they were down by 1, and she tied it up. The second free throw went right down a little bit. It spun right out.
I got 2 things on this, and I can let y'all rock on this one. Breanna Stewart is my favorite player to watch in the WNBA. I like how she can handle the ball. She's inside, outside. She's sold. She missed the free throw that could have won the game. Then she missed the layup. Period. Nafisa Collier. Why does she not get the attention that she does? More attention? I love Angel Reese. I love Caitlin Clark. I get it. You want to grow the game. They're young. They're the future. Nafisa, she's just the most underrated player in the WNBA.
Yeah.
I think it's criminal.
And she plays taller than she is. She's 6 feet.
She's like 6 feet, 6'2",
6'1", 6'2".
She plays taller, right?
Yeah, but
the numbers tell me she's 20-10 every night.
Yeah, her reach,
her wingspan
is they say up there like about 6'7", 6'8".
I just want to give her some likes. I think.
Yeah, and I think, crazy. And I'll definitely own up to it. Being caught up in the moment. you know, especially with these young players and stuff like that. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, of course, really focused in on Asia and Brianna. And Nafisa Kalia quietly has been steady and been that other superstar. I know you guys initially had picked the Aces to win the
Outta here.
championships.
You picked Lib, so
Looking better than us.
definitely.
Do you guys? Who do you guys have for this series right now? Liberty versus Lynx.
Yeah, Liberty.
I'm gonna go Lib. I
After
think
saying all that, yeah.
I think Bree says up 15, up 18. It was on me. I think she comes out with a vengeance today.
NBA season's going to be starting soon. One of the questions I have is, what lottery teams from the NBA do we think have made enough changes or gotten enough young up and coming players?
I've been watching them in summer league all this year. For me, it's the Rockets. I am a heavy Rocket guy right now. I'd be disappointed they don't make the playoffs. Really disappointed they don't make the playoffs. Playoffs. The
West is tough. And they're a good team.
Whitmore's like Mr. Preseason. He is nasty.
Okay.
Jalen's coming to his own.
My
Sengun is a beast down low. And even Jabari. Jabari's playing like they have, it's like a managed Odom who doesn't go crazy. When I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, that is. I'm like, they are packed to the gills with talent. I think if they put it together, I like the coach. They take a nice step forward. And what you call him is also a weapon I've seen off the bench from Kentucky. Why am I going crazy? I'm blank with this. What you call him, son?
I'm talking about Shepard.
Shepard, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy watching Houston.
Let me ask you this: do you think Houston needs to get a veteran pickup?
No, they
have Van Fleet.
They have Van Fleet and
Brooks.
They got it already.
I think they're fine. Yeah, no. I
to your point,
1 through 12. I love watching Houston.
There's a lot of young talent there.
Is there a team like that on the East that you're looking at? A lottery team that could possibly be a playoff contender?
No, but I like Memphis. Going back to the West, I think Memphis has a good chance of being a playoff. Not a good. They have a chance of being a playoff team. You know, health depends on health, but I like the addition of Zach Edey a lot.
Josh nicked up.
And Josh back. Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, it's health.
It's health.
Him and Triple J have to be healthy, obviously, but you know.
And I like what Bain said. You know, he's saying that the guy's working his A off, offensively and defensively for us, and he's putting himself in position, so we have to do a way better job of getting Edey the ball. They see it in practice. He can be a determining factor of Memphis going really, really far. You know what I mean? So it's good to see that, you know, even a veteran now saying, like, they see the promise in his team due to the fact of Edey and making this move. He's actually moving the puppies. They had a breakdown of him, we could put it up. Him moving the puppies off a pick and roll. And it looks delayed because he's slower moving laterally, but his recovery and response time for the catch a block is, so that means conditioning, they're working with him and his footwork, which we were saying, like, if he gets a good conditioning coach and makes that transition from Purdue, who knows what he'll do.
Continue to talk a little bit more about the NBA. What teams that have made major acquisition are we looking at, and are we saying, hey, they've tipped the scales to become championship contenders?
Knicks.
Oh, he's sipping the Kool-Aid. Okay.
Knicks.
Sipping the Kool-Aid.
Knicks. I think they bettered their team.
Oh, okay.
No, I got OKC making the finals.
Oh.
I got
Again?
over Hartenstein and what you call it? I don't know, the Austin Reeves guy.
Yes, yes.
Caruso.
The prequel to Austin Reeves. I got to make in the finals because of those acquisitions.
Okay.
All right. If we're gonna make predictions, I'm hoping it goes through Philly, but I love what New York did. Put it that way. And I'm gonna again. The guys in green, I'll do it another year and won't even care. No Milwaukee, no Boston. Again, I won't even consider it. And I'm gonna have egg on my face because Philly probably will play 22 games together, and the Knicks might take a step back. And then the Eastern Conference Finals probably be Milwaukee versus Boston because they have the talent.
I would have Boston come out the East.
Makes sense because you're smart.
No, and it's not even because of talent. It's because I think they'll be healthy. You know what I mean? Like you said, I can't count on Middleton and Milwaukee to be healthy and other players. I can't count on Embiid to be healthy in Philly.
OG.
You know, the Knicks, I just think they might take a year. I just don't think they just could put it together and win a championship. You know what I mean? I think they'll be in the mix, but I honestly would have Milwaukee and Philly. I'm not even sure. They might could be second because Milwaukee and Philly, I just don't trust their health. I like their talent. It was a video game. I'll pick Milwaukee and Philly.
I'm not completely sold on the Knicks yet. I think they may take a step back from the team that they were last year. And like, hey.
So what would be a step back you think they would lose in the first round?
Possibly, yeah. Because I don't think they've resolved their center issues as much as they think they have.
What?
With Cat. Yeah. I think Cat could possibly be a liability on defense, especially when you get to the playoffs. He has a tendency to foul out all the time. And you don't have a reliable center backup for him. Richard Robinson, I don't believe he'll be healthy come the playoffs. Honestly, he hasn't shown that he can stay healthy. So I'm just assuming that he's going to end up getting injured again. So now you're stuck with Cat and him possibly dealing with foul trouble. And then who's your next outside? Because Mitchell Robinson's down.
So you think they need a third center, basically?
Yeah.
One in Summer League's been playing all right, though.
Yeah. I mean,
and I don't know how Cat fits in with them defensively. You know, like, hey, I can see how he can fit in offensively and stuff like that. But I think part of what made the Knicks team special last year was how they were able to put it together on defense and get stops. And then you had Jalen Brunson that was able to be your closer, you know, and set the team up, you know, to score however many points they needed to score and whatnot. Now you've lost a good percentage of that scoring and whatnot. I mean, you can say, hey, Bridges could make up for DiVincenzo.
Boy, is he being overvalued. Boy, he is being overvalued. DiVincenzo is to be the same player. Again, I'm glad they were able to play together. Mm-hmm. He's playing much better.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not even playing much better. He's playing the same as he was in Milwaukee and Golden State and the Knicks. It's just that he was with his friends. He's playing. DiVincenzo's a good player.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Karl Anthony Towns is a steal coming to the Knicks. I think right now, if you have a chance, New York fans, listen to me. If you have a chance to grab season tickets at a reasonable amount, when I'm talking reasonable, I'm thinking somewhere on the lines of maybe $7 to $8 for nosebleeds. Do it now because you will be busy in May and June.
Wow. Okay.
I like this Knicks team. Quite a bit. I love Bridges, two-way player. OG needs to get healthy. Randall's gone. I mean, they're gonna be to me a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, definitely got them as a top 4 team in the East. Somewhere between 2 and 4, but yeah.
Want to go back out west? Talk about a team that we're not really talking about, probably not on anybody's radar. but I think they made a significant move. Sacramento, with added DeMar DeRozan.
Got better.
Where do we see them?
In the playoffs.
Okay.
That would help. I think that they'll be in the playoffs. I have the West going back to through Denver. Okay. I think Denver rights their wrongs. I think it's back on the horse. It was an off year for them, and I think they'll be better.
And what about Dallas? With the addition of Klay Thompson, didn't they pick up somebody else too?
I think they'll be good. I just think good. I think just defensively, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. I think they could get. They'll be a playoff team. I think they that good on offense, but I don't know. I just think they're missing some parts.
Team we haven't brought up, but has a couple of players that we all admit will be Hall of Famers one day, at least two.
Phoenix?
Yeah, Phoenix. Where do we see this team going? I did, you know what I mean? Now you had a full off season with Bradley Beal, and
who did they bring in? Did they bring anyone of significance? I can't.
No,
really,
they couldn't.
I got them. I'm trying to think of 1 through 8 playoffs. I have Dallas and Sacramento ahead of them, and Denver, and of course OKC. So they might be looking at a play-in.
And Minnesota ahead of them?
Yeah. That's like 6. Right there. Yeah. So they're looking at a play-in.
They're better than the Clippers, I guess.
Yeah, they're better than the Clippers. I think they're better than Golden State. Yeah, I got them with the Lakers. Probably Lakers and Lakers. Yeah, probably Lakers and them. I think is playing material.
Okay. Who do we think is going to be the playoff teams?
Oh, damn Memphis.
So we can start with the West. We all agree Denver.
In line, I got Denver 1. I got OKC 2. I have at Minnesota 3. I have Sacramento 4. I got I never put the Lakers 5. Dallas 5. 6. Did I say Sacramento? Lakers 7, 8, somewhere down there.
Where's your Houston Rockets?
Playing game.
Okay.
Playing.
Oh, it's gonna be rough. Yeah. So
Memphis out here.
Did not play.
Injury. I don't. Jaw tweak. I think that's gonna hamper him through the whole year. If not, I would have Memphis somewhere around 5 or 6. He's that good. I think he's gonna be messing with that knee or ankle, whatever it was.
Okay. So Denver, Oklahoma, Minnesota, Sacramento.
And that would be a big jump in Sacramento.
Well, to be fair to them, they've during the regular seasons not last year, but the year prior they were around that 4 or 5 mark. And you figure with the addition of DeRozan, they should be able to at least achieve the same level of success that they were able to achieve 2 years ago. Because I think last year Sacramento suffered from the fact that teams were now hunting for them. Like they were a circled game on a lot of teams' radar. Where this is a playoff team from last year. They took Golden State to to 7 at that point, I believe, when they got knocked out, and people were forecasting them to be a playoff team, a possible contender, and I think there's a difference between hunting and being a hunted. And I think Sacramento found that out last year, where, hey, teams were bringing their A game to the Sacramento Kings game, you know, and trying to, you know, prove their mettle against Sacramento.
And the Lakers, I mean, they should be higher now, right? With Professor X, Mr. Basketball, he should give them an extra 15 wins, right? Mr. Cerebral.
What do you say? Lakers, Phoenix, Memphis, Houston.
I miss Phoenix, right? They should make
that's going to be like the play-in 7, 8, 9, 10. Like
even with all that knowledge he has, what JJ Redick has.
I don't know how good of a coach JJ Redick is.
Yeah.
Or could be or will be. I don't know, but I don't think it matters. They have LeBron and AD, so they have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
But they've had LeBron and AD for the past 4 years, so I don't see what JJ Redick's going to make a difference. I don't think he's a better coach than Darvin Ham. I don't know why I would think that.
Let's go to the East. Who are we looking at being top 10 in the East?
Well, Boston, Milwaukee, Knicks, Philly, Cleveland, Orlando, Indiana.
You said Orlando already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Miami.
Mm-hmm.
That's the 8. 'Cause I think the other teams aren't good, right? You have Atlanta might be a play-in.
Atlanta might be a play-in.
Brandon
Toronto
Miller
stinks.
makes an unbelievable jump. Charlotte maybe.
Charlotte stinks.
DC stinks. Detroit stinks. Chicago stinks. Brooklyn stinks.
Brooklyn's awful.
Yeah. Toronto still exists, right? They still got a team up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, out of the teams that stink, who's going to make it into the play-in?
Well, usually it's Atlanta.
Okay.
And maybe Chicago.
I think Chicago will be really bad.
Yeah.
I think it'll be really bad.
And Zach LaVine should be trying to find his way out midseason.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Alonzo Ball and Zach LaVine just to be healthy. You know what I mean? I like both of those guys' games, but I just hope they're healthy. But yeah, Chicago, this might be a Cooper Flag situation.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't think D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves and maybe Rui should get too comfortable midseason.
Are you predicting a possible trade?
Oh yeah, you know how that go. Halfway during the season, Lakers are 500. Can't be LeBron and AD's fault. So we got to ship somebody out.
Much as I love Austin Reeves and Rui,
you could get some. He holds value. It's a good thing. Other people love him too. So
I think there could be a LaVine sighting in LA.
Yeah.
Wow.
Could be a LaVine sighting in LA. Could be a LaVine sighting in Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, Golden State. This is just playing out the string, right? At this point,
Pretty much.
you're just there to be there.
Golden State might not want to give up pod for LaVine though, and just play it on.
Yeah. If I'm Golden State, I just take
Might not be no
on the
interest.
chin, pause, and just see what draft picks you get.
Yeah.
Let's talk about awards. P's favorite subject.
Young MC for the Grammy.
Who do we think is going to get that MVP?
Whoever they want to. Probably they want to give to Luka.
All right, I'm gonna go Jalen Brunson and Joel Embiid.
See,
with a maybe of a Anthony Edwards.
That's good picks. Just knowing how the system works, those are really good picks.
I think I have Embiid,
Really? I don't think he's going to play enough games.
Anthony, Joker.
Definitely should be.
Tatum.
Nah. I mean,
They don't respect him.
I only say because they're just not going to do it. Not that he doesn't deserve
they
it.
don't
Because you can make an
respect
argument he
him.
should already have
They
one.
don't respect him.
They just it's like the opposite of Luka. They want to give it to Luka. They don't want to give it to Tatum. But
They don't
you're,
respect
you're right. I'm sorry.
He should be getting it.
You're absolutely
Clearly.
right. Because you
I don't think he'll
watch
ever get it.
basketball. So you're right.
I don't think it ain't even a thought. It's to me. It should be easy that he gets it.
They're going to tell me, hey man, Jalen Brown's the best. Like they're going to throw Jalen Brown in the mix and say, no, he's not the best player on this team.
He's disqualified actually.
And Jason Tatum's a hell of a
Yeah, absolutely,
It's sad.
absolutely.
I just think with how the Olympics went, I think he's going to be motivated. And I think he's going to have one of the better seasons.
I think he
career.
did. I think he did. In previous years,
he's going to have one
too.
of the better seasons again.
Yeah, he did. I don't think he needs motivation from the Olympics.
He led his team to a championship.
Yes.
He led his team to a championship and didn't win Finals MVP. Led his team in points, rebounds, and assists and didn't win Finals MVP.
It's insane.
I think Jalen Brown's an excellent,
Me
good
too.
player. But come on, bro. What are y'all doing, bro?
Okay. Defensive player of the year.
Should be Wemby.
Clearly. It should be 2-time defense.
And this is why I just abhor the awards. I think it should be winning for like the next 10 years. This is like Jordan. This might be a Jordan MVP type of thing every year.
I think he's going to get it this year.
Okay. Rookie of the year.
That's a good one.
I think I'm going to go with Zach. And I don't think he's going to have like one of those crazy. I think it's going to be one of those, 16 and 10, good enough. Rookie of the year. I don't see anyone having like putting up crazy numbers. So I would go with Edie.
Hill?
I don't know too many rookies that came out this year. So I'm going to have to go with Edie.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, because Sarr didn't really
Jesus Christ.
jump off the scene. And Atlanta Hawks guy. Most improved.
Bradley Beal.
You have faith in them?
For them to go far, he's gonna have to have a good year. So if he turns it around and gives me Bradley Beal, Washington, there you go.
I feel like Wemby had too good of a year. Even if he averaged 25 and 10, I don't think they'll give it to him. So I think it'll come from OKC. I think it's Chet or Jalen Williams. I think Jalen Williams. I think even Chet, I don't think they'll give it to him. But I think Jalen Williams could win most improved.
Okay.
I think he's too good for that.
Maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because to me, when you say most improved, you're pretty much telling me the guy wasn't that good, though.
Right.
I don't know.
I that's another one. And I think Chet's too good. But I saw them preseason. Team's ridiculous on cruise control. They're not even really playing hard and playing their plays, giving too much away, and they're still running away with in games. That's tough. You know what? Maybe rookie of the year might be his brother.
Where is he?
Utah, I believe. I think it's Utah.
That's tough.
It could be. He'll probably get minutes. I don't know what's going on there. Contraction.
Laurie got to get out of there. Got to get out of there. That's it.
Hey guys, are you excited for the upcoming NBA season? Are you watching out for these teams that have made major acquisitions? Which lottery teams do you think are going to be playoff contenders this year? Hit us up on social media. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button so you know when the next video is coming out. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. And you can hit us up directly at weneedafifth@gmail.com. Entertainment. We talked about this off air a little bit, and I want to get into it a little briefly. We got news that Michael B. Jordan is in pre-production for Creed 4. Should be coming out probably in 2026. That'll give us our 4th Creed film. My question to people, and I feel like I'm in the minority here, is which series was better, Creed or Rocky? Rocky had 6 films with Sylvester Stallone in it. Creed has 3 in the books, the 4th upcoming. And I know it's kind of unfair in the sense with one franchise having double the amount of films in the other. But if we were to compare them, which series did you find more entertaining or more enjoyable? Which series, hey, would you be quicker to recommend to someone if they said, hey, I want to watch a boxing film?
Rocky.
Wow. Just like that. Just like that.
Gotta get that one edited in.
The buzzer.
Rocky. Being the fact that I've never saw a Creed film. Only Creed I know is just the clone.
But wow, that's a large part due to you being a Michael B. hater.
No, I don't think I
name a Michael B. film.
I don't think I hate him. I don't think that you watch. On my radar.
Name a Michael B. film that you see.
Glory. Is in Glory?
No, he's not. What the hell? Are you serious?
Roll Bounce? Never saw that either.
He wasn't in that.
Full disclosure, I've never seen a Michael B. Jordan.
All right. There we go, ladies.
No interest in watching it. So therefore, I'm going to go with the original Rocky.
Wow. P.
Yeah, easily. Yeah, you're definitely a black man in Sweden right now. You are the minority. Yeah, the three best characters, if you just combine the franchises, to me, are in order: Clubber Lang, Ivan Drago, Rocky,
Sloan,
and then I will go Apollo Creed. Right. So the best four characters is from the original.
Tommy Morrison.
Like, I think Creed is good. I think they did as good as they can to continue the franchise and the legacy. But I think it's clearly Rocky.
That's Apollo's son, right?
Yes. And I saw all three of the Creeds and I enjoyed them, but none of them come close to Rocky 3 or 4. Not even close.
Weathers show up in any of them?
Jesus, you saw 4, right?
No, I mean he's in any of the Creeds.
His ghost?
His ghost? Hill?
He died before the first one?
Oh God.
Oh no, I'm saying like
rest in peace, Carl Weathers. First of all,
wow.
He dies in Rocky 4. Definitely, that makes sense.
And that's how much better it is.
That's rough right there, boy. Does he show up his ghost?
Oh my God!
Modeling claims.
This is a Star Wars, hell.
Yeah.
You can't
Modeling. I'm back.
Talk to him from the beyond.
Yeah.
Did you see 4, idiot?
For me, Creed is by far the better series. I can't.
That was crazy.
I think we were talking about this off air. Like, if someone asked me to watch the Rocky series, I would probably start at the last 10 minutes of Rocky 2, and you can get me to watch all of Rocky 3 and 4. But after that, I'm done. I don't ever want to remember Rocky 1 ever being made. Like,
don't they punch each other in Rocky 1 at the end?
That's the tie.
The tie, yeah.
No,
right?
no.
That's two.
No.
That's
3. That's actually 3.
3.
That's when they get cool and he helps him train.
Right.
And then in 4, he said, "You remember you owe me."
Boy, I'm really off with
that. Didn't end too well. Actually, the Ivan Drago fight was the favor that he was talking about.
One, Rocky loses.
No, tie. Goes is different. Is the draw.
All right.
2, he beats.
2, he gets up in time and wins.
And then 3, Clubber Lang.
Okay.
Big bad.
Best character in the whole series.
And he asks Apollo to train him.
Hey, Foxy Mama.
And that's when Mickey dies.
Busted eardrum. Rocky.
Copland Hill.
Exactly. That's how good Rocky was. He's mixing up the other movies.
Bad my memory is. I'm getting old.
For the record, Clubber Lang beat Rocky. Yeah. He's like the only one that actually beat him. Mm-hmm. For the record. Clubber Lang was the dude. That was my guy. That was my guy. Favorite character, easily.
So it's safe to say you guys aren't checking for Creed 4.
Like I said, I like Creed. I just like Rocky better, but I'll probably watch it.
That's fair. I'll never watch the series. No, I have
not. Wow. Okay.
Weather's coming back.
Wow.
I'm like, wait, he was dead before that? And then I'm thinking, like, real life, was he dead? And I'm like, no, just...
Again, rest in peace to Carl Weathers.
Yeah, it's recently. I'm like, what are they talking about? But no, he actually died in the movie, though. It's rough.
What's on the radar, fellas? It's terrible. What's on your radar here?
Oh, for me, Baltimore, Washington. Lamar versus that kid named Jaden, man.
Smoke session.
Okay. That's going to be a good one.
No,
I'm
it's a
in for
smoke
that.
session.
Which way?
Baltimore's going to crush them
They
badly.
do have King Henry.
Yeah, Baltimore
They
is
do
going to
have
crush
King
them.
Henry.
And their defense.
But
Yo, man, if you're playing them this week, and I have him on my team, Jaden will be sitting this week.
You know what? I don't think I have anybody from either team on my fantasy, so I'll really be able to enjoy the game.
I picked him up. He will be resting.
Okay. What's on your radar?
NBA.
So it begins.
Kicking off this week. I'm locked in. I'm about to hunker down on a nice piece of change. Full disclosure, I don't have cable, so I'm going to invest in the local sports of the Knicks. Now, Brooklyn.
Sipping the Kool-Aid.
The Knicks. You know what? Brooklyn's involved with it, too, so we'll see.
Sipping the
We'll see what
Kool-Aid.
Brooklyn is.
Can it not be? Like, is there a way you could just say I
I don't want
don't?
to cut off 4 lifelines.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll be watching them both. So I am looking to see 82 games of both local teams.
Okay. Anything else on your radar?
Nah, that's it.
So on my radar, WNBA finals.
It's a good one.
Game 2 tonight. Really into it. See how New York bounces back. I'm predicting that they'll bounce back, win this game. If they don't, they're in trouble, of course. Also on my radar is MLB baseball.
You said that. Yankees, Mets, absolutely.
Want to see? I'm really interested in that LA Mets series. Want to see what Ohtani is able to do. Do the Dodgers go to him as a pitching option? Yeah. So WNBA, MLB, and then NBA, definitely there. But before we get out, want to send a rest in peace to a family. Fred Kahn passed away this week. Cousin to Mia Hill. Life cut short entirely too soon, but God needed to call his angels home, and I believe that, hey, he's in a better place. So send our condolences and well wishes to the family, and yeah, definitely a friend of the show.
Most definitely. Rest in peace, Fred.
Definitely, Freddie. Get my shout outs up there to Nassan and Nako, Shewell.
So on that note, be safe. Enjoy. You got a whole bunch of sports this weekend. Great basketball. So enjoy the rest of the weekend.
It's great.
And great basketball. WNBA. You don't have to purchase anything to see WNBA finals. That's the great basketball I was talking about.
You said great basketball. You think NBA preseason.
Yeah, I was thinking
Not Breonna Stewart or nothing.
I'm you know what though? I'm free. I'm gonna check in on some right now. I think what are they doing? They're doing London now, right? Football.
Oh yeah.
Wise now.
Your boy Caleb.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Caleb versus Jacksonville.
Lawrence needs this one. Yeah.
All right. To our fifths out there, enjoy yourself. Enjoy the weekend.
One in the books.
Peace.